Welcome to Seth Vidya Mandir Junior College of Commerce and Science online audio video lecture. Welcome back students. Myself Alka Chaube taking class 12 subject physics and here I am explaining chapter 1 that is rotational dynamics. So let us understand students what does it mean by rotational dynamics. A rotational is a circular movement of an object around a center of rotation. What does it mean? It means let we consider any object and we are rotating that object in a circular motion. That object should be have their center and the object should move their own axis. This is nothing but the rotational dynamics. So let's discuss about students initially in rotational motion the concept of circular motion. So let we understand what is the circular motion. If a particle performing circular motion, so that particle is having some fundamental quantities and that quantity should be acceleration, velocity, their time period, their frequency, their linear displacement, their angular displacement. This all quantities are present during this condition. So here we are talking about the circular motion. It means the particle should perform the particle should move in the direction of circle, that is known as the circular motion. So here you can see, let me consider this particle and this particle is start to rotate in this condition. Then what happens students? Let me take that condition as, or you can consider, let me take a body. That body is connected here with a string. And when you start to rotate that body, then what happens students? Let I give this example. Initially this is like in this condition. When I start to rotate this body, the body rotate like this. The rotation start here. It means students, here you can see the body is having fixed center of axis. From their fixed center of the axis, the body perform the rotation motion here. So it is very important this concept students, the axis should be fixed. So here the axis should be fixed here, that we call here at the center of this circular motion, and from that object the distance let we consider here r. Clear? And initially when the particle is here and when the particle is initially present here and when the particle displaced from this condition, so let we consider the displacement of that condition, that point will be b. And here students you can see initially the velocity of that particle we can take v1, and when the particles start to rotate and it is reaching at this condition at point B, so this condition we can take V2. So during this condition what happens? Within this time period the particle change their velocity. And when the particle changes their velocity is nothing but what? The case of acceleration. Clear? A rate of change of velocity with respect to time is nothing but what? Acceleration. And remember students, in this condition we are let I consider here uniform circular motion. I will explain in detail in uniform circular motion in my next concept, but here you can see like uniform circular motion. Let me consider the velocity, the speed of that particle should be constant at every point. If the speed of this particle should be constant at every point, this is known as uniform velocity. Hope you very clear about it. And when this particle rotates from this position to this position, so here it is takes some displacement. And this displacement is denoted by angle theta. Clear? Hope you very clear about it. And here you can see the acceleration is, the direction here, the acceleration direction is here, moving towards the center. Why this happen in uniform circular motion? The acceleration direction is moving towards the center, you can see here. This acceleration is nothing but moving towards the center. Why this happens? Let I give one example, the natural example I am talking. If we set some satellite on the surface of, near the surface of Earth, then what happens? The satellite is revolving surrounding the surface of Earth. Why this happens? You can give me answer. Because of gravitational force. Yes, this is true. The gravitational force is there, but there is a centripetal force is also. Because the gravity is nothing but the what? The two masses, product of two masses divided by the square of their distance. But here what happens? The particle rotate in circular motion. It means at the center, their fixed center and their distance, a body is moving towards the center. It means the acceleration of body is moving towards the center. See this arrow, and here the concept will be same, so you can follow this arrow also. If the body is moving towards the center, it means this type of motion we can see centripetal force. Clear? And this is happening in every cases. In the natural example, if I am taking, this is happening in every cases. So hope you very clear about it. Like if you take any particle and that particle is connected with a string and you rotate that particle, it means a circular force, circular motion, centripetal force is produced. Clear? You have to find out like the acceleration and velocity of that particle during this condition. So how you find out? So here we have condition. Let I explain this condition. The acceleration is moving towards the center of body. That's why centripetal acceleration, and the force is called centripetal force. Yes, students. Here one more point I will explain here. When this body is moving towards the center, it means when you rotate any object, I hope you feel this. When you rotate any object, then what happens, students? The force, the axis is fixed here, and when you rotate any object, the axis is fixed, so therefore the applied force is also moving towards the center of that body. That is nothing but the centripetal force happens here. That's why everywhere the velocity is moving towards the center and the angle is like this. And here one more concept, student. Let I consider this velocity, and here we can take this velocity is nothing but Vt. I just cut this part here and I explain you like this curve, and this curve somewhere the point present at point A, already I have explained at point A. And when the velocity start to rotate here, as you can see, the direction of the velocity of the particle always moving in a straight direction. Until and unless when you are applying the force of that body, so the force is moving towards the center, that's why the body is changing their direction. This is what the Newton's second law. So here I am taking the Newton's second law, students. So remember, the particle always moving in a linear direction. The particle always moves in a linear direction. But here we are applying the force. That force is nothing but the axis is fixed, and the force is nothing but the rotation. That's why the acceleration and that's why the velocity of that body is moving towards the center. See you. And that's why, students, we can say at this point and at this curve, this line, the linear line of this velocity is nothing but what? Tangential to this surface. So we can say one point here, when the particle changes its speed, because you know it very well, students, here one thing is important. If I consider uniform circular motion, it means the speed of that particle is constant. So what things are changed here? Here the direction of the velocity of this particle is changed at every point. And let me consider non-uniform circular motion. Non-uniform means what? Take the reciprocal of it. It means the velocity of particle is not constant everywhere. Let us take one example, so hope you are very clear about it. If when you switch on the fan, clear, initially at this condition, initially the fan, the motion of that fans are slowly when you switch off the fan, and after some time the speed of that fan is constant. Clear? So when you switch on the fan and after that time the speed of fan is constant, that is what the uniform circular motion. And again when you switch off the fan, then what happens? The speed gradually decreases from increasing to decreasing order. That is what non-uniform circular motion. It means if in 1 second the particle perform 10 meter per second, and after in 2 seconds the particle perform 10 meter per second, after in 3 seconds the particle perform 10 meter per second, that is what uniform circular motion. But after 1 minute particle perform 10, after 2 minutes the particle perform 20, After 3 minutes, particle perform 40. It means the displacement, the velocity of that particle is not constant in 1 second. That's why we can say non-uniform circular motion. Hope you're very clear about it now. So if we want to find out the direction of this condition, the acceleration, velocity of that condition, students, or if you take the acceleration also, so see here, the acceleration is nothing but the change of velocity here. So here we are taking for velocity, and here you can take also acceleration, tangential acceleration of this. If you want to find out the resultant of this, so one acceleration, the acceleration always moving towards the center at this condition. And when the particle rotate here, the acceleration is tangential to the surface of this body. If you want to find out the resultant of this, so this is y-axis, this is x-axis. And you want to find results, so this is the third axis, z-axis. And the resultant rule, as you know very well in the vector, the p square plus q square, that condition. That is ar square and at square, and net acceleration is produced here. So here when the particle changes speed as well direction, the resultant acceleration is happened here. So let's consider a particle moving with a uniform circular motion. I already have explained that concept. So here what fundamental things has been performed. So during that process, students, the angular displacement happens, the angular velocity happens, and the angular acceleration happens. I will explain one by one this point, so hope you very clear about it. When the particle perform uniform circular motion, during that process, this all fundamental things are present. So many fundamental things are present, but here I can discuss initially, that is angular displacement first. So let's go for the angular displacement. When the particle is performing uniform circular motion, that same condition here I am taking. So when the particle displaced from one point to another point, let's consider this point, and another point is this. So when the particle displaced from initial to final, at this condition the particle is displaced, because what is very important to understand, displacement. What is the meaning of displacement? If I am taking a linear case, the particle is here and the particle displaced at this point. So it means the particle has done some work done during the process. Same thing is here I am taking. The particle displaced from A to B, this displacement is nothing but the angular displacement. Displacement is very clear, the particle from initial to final position. But angular word why I am using, because here the circular motion, the particle is performing circular motion. So when the particle is performing circular motion, it's make your angle, because the motion is circle. So here form the arc. So initial point when we are joining, and the final point of displacement when we are joining towards the center, here the angle is made. See here, initially particle on A, the particle is moving in circular motion, it reaching the point B. Let's take the center O. So when we are connecting the initial and the final condition, initial and final is nothing but what? Displacement. So it means the particle is circular in motion. So when we connect initial and final distance at the center of this, so this make an angle theta. So that's why this is called angular displacement, and it is denoted by theta. Hope you very clear about it. So when the particle displaced from one point to another point, it makes an angle theta, is called angular displacement. Clear? So let me take the second concept, that is angular velocity, that is omega. So here we have angular velocity. Velocity means, it is very clear about it, students. The velocity means what? It means there is some displacement with respect to time. Clear? This is what the velocity. Here the displacement is angular. The displacement with respect to time is nothing but the angular velocity. I hope it is very clear for you. So the angular velocity is nothing but the change of angular displacement in 1 second. The rate of change of angular displacement with respect to time is nothing but the angular velocity. If we are taking the small change, what I have already explained, that change we can write d theta by dt. So it is denoted by omega. During that process, hope you very clear about it, we are having the omega, that is angular velocity. And the angular velocity is always tangential to the axis of rotation. Let me go for the next concept, that is angular acceleration. So acceleration is also angular because the performance of this particle is in a circular motion. So here if the speed of that particle is constantly changes, it means the speed of that particle gradually increases or decreases with respect to time, this is called the angular acceleration. How we denoted the angular acceleration, I have already explained from initial to final condition. The speed of that particle has been changed. If the speed of that particle is changed, that time we can consider non-uniform circular motion. Here I am using the short form. Uniform circular motion and non, because the speed of the particle is changes. I have already explained when the speed is constant, it is uniform, and when the speed is not constant, it is non-uniform. So it means when the speed is changes of this particle from one point to another point with respect to time is called angular acceleration. Clear? So this all the fundamental things are performed during when the particle is performing a circular motion. Its motion should be uniform and non-uniform. So be very clear about it, students. You can take so many natural examples in your nature, like when the earth around the sun, there is earth rotation and all planets are rotation around the sun. That is what the case of the circular uniform circular motion. Clear? And there is a centripetal force is also present. Let me discuss about our next concept, that is relation between linear and angular displacement. Because students, during this process, these two concepts are very important to understand. And these concepts are very important things to take the numericals also. So let me go on this concept. As you know very well, the condition are continuously I am taking here. So here you can see, initially the particle is present at rest and the particles start to rotate in uniform circular motion. The velocity of that particle has been changed, and rate of change of velocity is nothing but the acceleration, and the acceleration is moving towards the center. That's why we can say the centripetal force is performed here. But during this condition, students, we are talking about linear displacement also, because angular displacement, hope you very clear about it, angle they are making. But linear displacement, how the particles perform during this condition, I will explain. I just take this condition here. Initially, the particle is here, and when particles start to rotate, its velocity changes. And let me consider the particle reaches this condition. So that time, what will be the linear velocity of this condition? So let I discuss here. From center, point A, particle is present. That particle displaced at this point. So during this point, the velocity of that particle is like in this direction. So the particle is moving in a straight line direction until and unless the some force is applied on it. So direction of that particle has been changed. Remember this, nature of inertia is always applicable in our physics. Everything want to be in their state only. Until and unless you are applying the force on that things, the speed and direction of that body has been changed. So here the particle is moving from this condition to this condition. You can see from this point the particle is nothing moving in a straight line direction. If the particle reaches here, this time the particle is moving straight line. When this particle reaches here, this time the particle is moving for straight line. For this point, at very small time, at this direction. So you can see here, the particle is performing a linear displacement as well as circular, that is angular displacement. So here I can explain this condition. Like alpha is nothing but the angular acceleration. d omega by dt, that is what? The speed of that particle with respect to time, angular velocity, time. And when the particle is moving, it's perform the angular displacement. Clear? From this point to this point, theta. Angular displacement. X is known as linear displacement when particle reaches tangential to the surface. R is a radius. So theta is nothing but at this condition. X, that is what? This condition, arc of the circle. That is what is equal, theta is equal to x by r. That is nothing but the case of this condition. X, r, theta. So x by r, angle case, that is x by r. X is a linear displacement, theta is an angular displacement. So here we can take linear displacement first. So x is equal to theta by r. See here. Let me move on the angular velocity. During this process, the velocity of that particle has been changed in a circular motion. So that condition, omega is equal to d theta by dt, displacement with respect to time. So d theta, what is the angular velocity? Omega denoted. Velocity means what? The displacement with respect to time, angular displacement with respect to time. So here the theta is x by r. So dx by dt into r. Dx by dt is nothing but the velocity. Displacement with respect to time is velocity upon r. So here we are getting the angular velocity during this process is v by r. The linear displacement is theta by r. Clear? So many formulas, small formulas you are getting this in this condition, where v is linear velocity. When the particle is moving in this condition, it is in linear velocity, and this particle is moving tangential to the surface at this condition, linear velocity, and the particle is rotate here. This makes an angle theta, and there should be the angular velocity is also present. But see here, the angular velocity is nothing but omega, and direction of omega is always opposite to the acceleration. Why? I will explain. So here the same concept is applying, that is AR towards the center and omega is here. So here the angular acceleration is also performing during. So angular acceleration is nothing but the velocity with respect to time. Acceleration is what? Change of velocity with respect to time. The angular velocity with respect to time. Omega is v by r. So here dv by dt into r. dv by dt is nothing but what? Change of velocity with respect to time, that is acceleration by r. A is nothing but the linear acceleration. A is here. Linear acceleration. It means the particle is here in the rest condition. The particle is here in the straight motion. Let the particle is moving in this direction, it is also in a linear condition, velocity. But it is rotating in a circular motion, that is omega, angular velocity, angular acceleration. So here A is equal to alpha into r. See here students, what is the heading? Linear and angular displacement. In between we have to find out relation. Here you can see theta is angular displacement, x is a linear displacement. So here we are getting first relation. V is a linear velocity, omega is angular velocity. So here we are getting this condition. Alpha is an angular acceleration and A is a linear acceleration. So here we are getting this condition. So hope you very clear about it. When the particle is performing circular motion, there should be the particles are moving in a linear direction. Their velocity should be linear, their acceleration should be linear, their displacement should be linear. Until and unless when the body is experience some force towards the center, when the body experience some force towards the center, the acceleration is also moving towards the center. At this condition, centripetal force is acting on it. And during that case, the angular displacement, the angular velocity, the angular acceleration, this process is also happen. Clear? So here we have some notes. All angular quantities having direction. Hope you very clear about it. Here you can see the velocity is having direction along the axis of the body. Axis of the body is also having direction, students, during this process. I will explain. In the next point, the particle always moves linear motion. As already I have explained, every particle wants to move in a linear motion. Until and unless the force is applied on it, the direction is changes. That is the nature of inertia. The particle should always in linear. Clear? So let explain this condition. So here you can understand how this condition is possible. So here we have by right hand rule, students, we can explain. So here let me consider any particle is performing anti-clockwise direction and the particle is moving in the clockwise direction. So what will be the direction of axis of rotation? Clear? Direction of the axis we are finding here. We have the very clear instruction about the direction of the particle here. Here the direction of the particle is nothing but the anti-clockwise direction. So when the direction of the particle is anti-clockwise direction, that time we are getting the thumb shows the direction of angular axis. When the thumb shows the direction of angular axis, so here we are getting the two condition according to the rule of vector, dot product and cross product. We are getting the dot product when we are getting the outward case. We are getting the cross product when we are getting the inward case. This case is defined by the scientist when the scientist is observe one arrow. When the arrow is coming towards you, students, that time what happens? When the arrow is moving towards you and when the arrow is coming towards somebody. So when the person is standing here, let we consider the person is standing here. For that person, the front of that arrow is showing the dot. It means this arrow, the shape of this arrow, when the person standing here, that person experience that is when the arrow is very far away for that person, so they experience that the front of that face of that arrow is nothing but look like a dot. Clear? And when the person is behind of this arrow, it means backside of that arrow, and the arrow is very far to that person, that time the person is experienced there is a cross sign, because this is the what I am drawing the arrow sign. So this is a perfect sign here I am explaining, that is cross. So with the help of this condition, the scientist has found dot and cross products, and scientists have discovered this condition here. So let I explain why this condition is applicable for the right hand rule. So here students, so here I can take this is what clock, anti-clock. So it means thumb shows the direction of angular axis. Here the thumb shows the direction of angular axis. This curved finger shows the direction of the particle. So the particle is moving like anti-clockwise. So this finger should be like this, anti-clockwise. When the direction here, the direction of the finger is anti-clockwise. So here I am taking the direction of finger anti-clockwise. The force is moving in outward direction. So during this process, the thumb shows outward direction, so that the axis of rotation is in outward direction. Hope you very clear about it. It's a very simple process. You can try at home. When the particle is moving in the clockwise direction, it means the curved finger moving like this direction and the thumb should be moving inward direction. So how this has happened? See, at this direction I can take this. I hope you very clear about this direction, and the thumb is moving in inward direction. Thumb shows the direction of the axis of rotation. So here we are getting the axis of rotation like in this direction. That's why students, when a particle rotates, the particle axis is fixed, but the particle is also having, the axis is also having direction, inward, outward. The particle should always move in the linear direction. When the force is applied on that particle, the particle is moving in a circular motion in this direction. So be very clear about it. This all is the basic concept of this chapter, students, when the particle is moving in a circular motion. So I hope you have done this concept very well, and let's meet on the next video, student. Till then, bye bye and take care.